jab, uppercut, leave you laid out on the floor. Try to duck and roll, hit and miss, now you counting stars. Should've practiced more, should've hit the mask, get out there more. Claim that you're the best. You gotta show me, son. Actions over words, baby boy. Is you real or what? Talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports,
Big shout out to the hottest chat in the MFing game. A-side official. No negotiation needed, period. You already know WCS is back in the building. Salute to Samar Warren with the $10 super chat on deck. One love to you, brother. Much appreciated. Peace and blessings, beloved. Salute WCS and certified stamp. The like button and support the grind for sure. Big shout out to you, man. Thanks for looking out and supporting the channel. Toby Bartlett on deck. Mr. International, salute WCS and hottest chat in the YTC. We're global, baby. We're global. Absolutely. Shout out to Christopher White is in the building. Salute to you. I see you. Thanks for that donation in the super chat earlier and always supporting the channel. Real talk. One love to you and much appreciated. Shout out to the News by Shaw News Sauce Experience in the building. Team Tucker official on deck. What's good with it? He says still delivering the hot grease. Sometimes that's the only way that they should be cooked. Well done. You know what I'm saying? And I've known hot grease to get well done results. You know what I'm saying? That's all. And no smoke, no smoke, no smoke, no smoke, no smoke. You know what I'm saying? No smoke at all. I ain't trying to get no smoking holidays, man. It's enough smoking going on. For those of you that just enjoyed your freaking Thanksgiving meal, kudos to you and everything. I hope everybody had a wonderful time. Some of you believe that just because you ate a Thanksgiving meal, you put on weight. That's not it. That's not it. Your body just don't go through that process of one day. You know what I'm saying? Just one day picking up weight. That's just not really the way it works. And also, I heard someone say something yesterday that I had to quite, educate them on. And they were saying that, when people gain weight and you see their stomach all get swole, that's because of, everything else that they're putting in their body, their organs and all that. I said, listen, where do you think the fat cells go when you lose weight? I say they shrink. The only way you remove fat cells is by extraction. Period. Fat cells balloon due to the transit fat and whatever you eat, your diet. And then when you lose weight, the fat cells shrink. They shrink. The only way you remove fat cells, and it takes them an extensive amount of time to return, is through extraction, liposuction, surgery, all that. That's facts. Just to let you know that a little bit. Swat Jones in the building. What's good with it, Jones? How you feeling? Appreciate you pulling up, man, as always. I feel like we got one brewing, man. I want this. Kid ain't bluffing. Oh, we're going to get down to it, man. You know how we do, man. We got to set them straight. The man wants to fight Shakur. For me personally, I don't see fear in the youngsters towards Shakur. Not really. He ready. Hey, man, we're going to get down to beating those drums. You feel me? We're going to get down to letting people know that once again, I have to come over here and drop you in the hot grease, man. Because there's a lot of cats that wasn't supporting Shakur Stevenson and they got tired, exhausted, that they're not going to see Crawford and Spence #2 anytime soon. So Team Schofield has taken over. I mean, look, man. It took me a minute for Schofield Sr. Not that he's a father, he's talking his shit, bro. It took me a minute to replay, rewind, see what his purpose was, see what he was all about, hear him out, all that. And man, he has taken over. He has taken over because that's Schofield Jr. to be clear, y'all. His father is Schofield Jr. Okay, because Schofield Sr. is still alive. So Schofield Jr. is father, and then Schofield III. That's why they call him Kid Austin. Just a little educational, person. Just educational little correspondence right there. But I say this all the time about fathers and sons and boxing. Hey, man, you don't need permission to speak up for your son, your daughter. You don't need permission. You can talk your talk. I mean, the same guys is having a problem, complaining, whining about Schofield Jr. freaking talking his shit. It's the same one who's sitting up here dangling out the side, goddammit, when Bill Haney used to roll through here and get on everybody's platform. And that's somebody who put in YTC road hours. I don't think nobody's put in much time back then than Bill Haney did. But they was up there cheering them on. Oh my God, Bill, you really changed. You really made my day. I just had to come on here and hear your voice once again. Wow. Every time I turn around, you're on here. You're such a great example. No, he's the father. He's the father. And Schofield, even though Schofield Jr. hasn't caught up to Bill Haney, I mean, they was the same one praising when Bill come over here where he say something that's legit or something that's BS. They were still rooting them on. Now, Schofield Jr. is a bit different. Why is he so different? Because in this era, these men are confused, man. They can't even say a complete sentence that has to do with big, large. Oh, man, I F with him heavy. They can't say any sentence, as men, confident in their stature, without saying pause and no diddy, dog. These dudes have no Look, they have no confidence to the point where they can't even get mad at a dude without saying suck my D. Seriously, they can't go through nothing to have a disagreement with somebody else without being disrespectful and saying suck their D, for real. And I find that to be some sissified shit. Yeah. We like Charleston. Hey, we call you sissies growing up if you said some shit like that. Literally, growing up, I did not hear that, bro. But we're gonna do a review. And once again, Mill City Boxing, who had the Schofields on once again. And man, I like how Schofield Sr. is coming right now. On these battlegrounds. It's almost like he's campaigning the last several weeks before the election. I mean, damn, he ain't taking no shit. He say, man, you either or against my son, goddammit. I don't want to hear none of that switching up because you got this person on your panel. Man, they go back, they return back to the scene of the motherfucking crime, dog. Schofield Jr. returns back to the scene of the crime. And he's very methodical how he do it, because he'll come in there, he'll smile, he'll start the conversation all nice and easy. Yeah, he'll talk you, get you all nice and lethargic and complacent. And then he'll hit you with, hey, let me ask you this, man, because you're up here talking this bullshit. Are you with my son or not? Look, Schofield Jr. hear one thing. He's off screen. I know he ain't far, though. He off screen. He'll hear the interviewer. I know they be trying to talk all low and monotone. Hey, Schofield the third, Kid Austin. Do you believe that, this is the fight you should take? All of a sudden, Schofield, his father, come out. Do you believe that's a fight he should make? What kind of question is that? No, hold up. We're gonna nip this in the bud. Do you believe my son should be calling out Shakur. Do you believe he should get the fight? Huh? No. I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear. Man, once he turns the volume, it is rap. It is a mother effing rap, man. I'm telling you, it's great. Productive value when it comes to boxing. I wouldn't say entertainment value because the stuff, the message that he's sending out here is serious. He's out here saying that he believes his son believes in himself, that they want to fight Shakur Stevenson. It's not for entertainment value. I don't believe, just like Swat Jones said, I don't believe that they're joking and playing. His son has grown on me to a point where I didn't know too much about. I wasn't entirely familiar with him, right? But I am now. For him being homeless and what he went through, I know everybody had their struggle. I'm talking about them. For them, he's matured. He's mature for his age. I ain't gonna lie. And the kid just didn't make him mature. His first child didn't make him mature. He's a mature individual. I remember when people was talking about like how, you know, his dad didn't let him do anything. He treated him as a kid. Well, you know, in this interview, you know, you'll see him on the phone. They'll put shit out there talking about he's not allowed to have the phone, this, that, and that. During the interview, he was on the phone. I mean, he complimented his father's words all the time. I think there was a lot of people out here that was trying to drive a wedge in between this team, this duo, this tandem. It was, man. They was trying their best to drive a wedge in between them. And the effed up part about it is that Shakur Stevenson said, F the fans. But now all of a sudden, Schofield Jr., he's came on the scene and he's talking that hot fire. Now they want to jump back on Shakur's side and say, hey, Shakur, you know, and look, Shakur say the same thing all the time. Real talk when it comes to trash talking. Schofield, Kid Austin, he don't, man. Kid Austin, you know, you remember how I was talking about PR? You have to learn how to speak in front of the camera. Kid Austin knows how to do that. You know what I'm saying? It's only so many fighters that knows how to speak in front of the camera. You know, Jahad Tucker gives a very good interview. Very good interview. Schofield, good interview. Keyshawn Davis, good interview. You know what I'm saying? They have their own way of talking and knowing how to carry on a dialogue. You know what I'm saying? But Shakur, man, he just get all in his emotions sometime and just be cussing people out and say F this and F that. And I respect what Shakur has going on with taking care of his family and all that, right? We're talking about boxing. We're going to get into some facts and receipts because there's too many people trying to tell Kid Austin, and they're pointing over there to someone that's not. They point somewhere other than the direction Kid Austin's trying to go with Shakur Stevenson. And they're trying to make points that, let me caveat off what Oscar said. He don't have championship. He's a prospect. He's not a prospect, because if you're going to call him a prospect, you need to call Shakur Stevenson a prospect before he went for his first title. Shakur Stevenson, prior to going in there to fight for his first title, there's some receipts out there now. But let's get to this audio. And this is via Mill City Boxing. It was a great time. Why? Because, hey, Schofield came in there with the torch, dog. He came in there with the torch, the blowtorch, the flamethrower, grenade launcher. Man, he be talking that shit. Real talk. He be talking that shit, man. And see, I like how Schofield be off the scene of the camera sometime, and it seems like his son is just there, so people start to kind of, and then Schofield Jr. hit you with that blow dart. He hit you with that poison dart off scene. He said, "Oh shit, what was that?" And by the time you look back up, he's right there next to his son again. What was that you said again? I heard you said something. Man, we're not doing anything except calling Shakur Stevenson out. They're talking about we don't have championship experience. We helped get a lot of these guys ready. Let's get down to it. I'm going to come back. I will return. Let's listen to this audio, man. Shit, man. I'm telling you, man. Y'all better stop. Y'all better stop underestimating Floyd Schofield, because I always have to take y'all back to when Lopez Jr., that's Teofimo Lopez's father, he was talking that talk just like Schofield Jr. He was, man. Every time. I remember seeing him out there, and I remember all the live streams where he was talking about, oh man, he crazy, man. T.O. ain't fought nobody. Look, T.O. had less fights than Schofield had right now, talking about calling out a champ. His father was saying Lomachenko is scared of him, and he hasn't even fought Richard Comey yet. Teofimo didn't even fight Richard Comey yet. And here you go, Lopez Jr. is telling people, my son's going to be a champ. 15 fights. 15 fights. He's going to be a champion. And then we're fighting Lomachenko. And then people's up here busy, complacent, naive, just being in the fandom club, over here talking about Devin Haney. Oh, you got Devin Haney. Devin Haney. And look, they were supposed to talk that talk. But Lopez Jr., T.O.'s father, was saying the same thing. Y'all don't have to have confidence. That's my son. I know him. Boom, he goes in there and beat Nakatani and then beat Richard Comey, and he becomes the IBF champion. And his father's still talking. I told you. Lomachenko's next. They say, no, Devin's next. He got the WBC. That's how clueless the boxing community was, man. We'll get back to it. Let's cook.
Boy, we're discussing on, Oscar, and Clapback Thursdays. What's your initial reaction to that?
Man, we love Oscar.
Mm-hmm.
I understand what he's saying. If people could read between the lines, he's saying, why take the risk? We could have you be champion for 15 years. Like, why roll the dice? You can make that same money. You're guaranteed to reign for 15 years. Why are y'all taking the challenge? And so I take it as love and respect, and business-wise, it's business smart. But we didn't get into this for the money. We got in this for the legacy. We wasn't talking when we said that. So, and everybody bragging on Shakur, but nobody answering who have Shakur fought a level that made him elite. And
hey, there he goes. There you go, launching that grenade. And see, to the well-wishers out there, I understand where you at with it. Shakur, silver medalist, I get it. And I still, support Shakur. This ain't smoke, but I just have a problem with him saying F the fans. And, he act like he don't need the consumers and all that. But what Schofield Jr. is spitting some right off the gate. He's dropping grenades. And people are so blind. These are the same people who wasn't fucking with Shakur recently. They was fed up with him having boring fights with Artem. They just didn't want to deal with it no more. And look what Schofield Jr. has ignited. Look what he has ignited, y'all. He's bringing positive interest back to Shakur Stevenson. He has single-handedly brought positive interest back to Shakur Stevenson by trash talking his son into a fight. Not just any trash talking. He's issuing the challenge. They're rolling the dice and demanding respect, just like the thumbnail says. He's rolling the dice. And people think that his dad is just talking for his son. I mean, he's doing what he's supposed to, but ultimately, Kid Austin said, no, this is me. I feel like I'm ready. I've went in there and gotten them ready for championship fights. I feel I'm ready.
That's not me crapping. That's just facts. He got into the game from losing. And look at
you hear them. You remember you hear them wolves off in the distance. You remember that, y'all? When you hear them wolves out on the ridge line and they call him the pack. He said he got here from losing. How dare Schofield say Shakur Stevenson got here from losing? And then he goes into him crying. Is he wrong for that? Now, a lot of people say I've congratulated the silver champions because that's tough to do in the Olympics. But then I feel some type of way because they never gave Deontay Wilder his credit. Real talk. But he say Shakur Stevenson got here from losing. Now, to go back what Schofield Jr. said initially about Shakur Stevenson having fought in any competition, we're going to take a little snapshot of that in a moment.
The quality of opponent in the Olympics he lost to. This is facts. Then he come over here, he fight cab drivers, basically, and running from them. Can't knock them out with 10 knockouts. So I'm not like bullshitting. This is real facts. So everybody put him on a level that he haven't proved he deserved to be on. Just because he got a title, but his last opponent was 12-1.
Speaking of the last opponent being 12-1, do y'all know what Shakur was when he was able to fight his first title fight? When they talk about Floyd Schofield not having any championship experience, with 12 fights in the game, prior to stepping in there with Joey Gonzalez, how much championship experience did Shakur Stevenson have with his 12 fights? Now, a lot of you are going to go back and do the same thing. Y'all going to go to the well and remediate the same bullshit, man. I know how shit smell. I don't need you to come walking in through the front door. So, hey man, I got some information. What? Shakur was a silver medal. I already know he was in the Olympics. Congrats. But when it comes down to them saying that Kid Austin, 18 fights in the game, doesn't have championship experience to step in there and call out Shakur. What did Shakur have when he stepped in there with Joey Gonzalez? You want to take a little peek? Never mind. Let's go. Let me show you. I'm here for the period of instruction today. I'm here, no doubt. Let's take a look at Shakur Stevenson's box rec right quick. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't think people really want to take a peek at this, right? But peep this out. This is Shakur Stevenson's box rec. Let me go all the way to the top just so you can see. He's now 22-0, right? 10 coming by way of knockout. He's 27 years of age. 3-weight world champion in the game. Undefeated. Okay? Let me show you something. This is the beginning of Shakur Stevenson. And I commended him for not having any losing records. So when Schofield Jr. said he fought cab drivers, one thing I can say about Shakur's record, just like I say about Teofimo's record back in the day, that they came on here and they fought fighters with winning records. Now, this is something that I want you to see. Moving up to this right here. Let's go to Jesse Rosales. So, this is 22-1. IBF Intercontinental Feather at 126. Okay. Vacant. Both of these titles vacant. WBC Continental America's Feather, vacant. Okay. He wins that. Goes up here as the champion. He fight Christopher Diaz-Velez. Right? He wins. UD. Okay. Then he fight Alberto Guevara for the WBO NABO featherweight title. Round 3 knockout. Now it gets interesting because this is where at that point it gets interesting at that point because Shakur Stevens was dating his sister, and you know Joey Gonzalez was 23-0, y'all. And his first title fight, Shakur Stevenson's first title fight, was for the WBA World Feather. Vacant title shot. Let's go down to when he fought Shakur Stevenson right here. And how many fights does that say? 12-0, y'all. He was 12 victories in, 0 defeats, and he was able to get a title shot for the vacant against Joey Gonzalez. He wasn't going in there fighting a champion. He fought for the vacant with a guy that was 23-0. You kind of get where I'm at with this? Let's jump on the scales for a minute. No need to weigh in because the shit is right here. The receipts is balanced. This is the same situation that we had with Kid Austin, who's 18 victories in, just a little bit more, just a little bit more than 12. But Joet Gonzalez was 23 victories in. Shakur Stevens, 22, right? 22 victories in, bro. Even though he has some damn championships to his name, I'm just saying when Shakur fought Joet Gonzalez for the vacant title, that was both having the opportunity to fight for a title. He hasn't dominated or ran over and left casualties in wake as he was speeding through the 126-pound division. He didn't leave nobody in wake. Well, what was all these victims at? He was just 12-0. But these cats soon forget in this lifetime. They always put in these extra demands, these new demands. And then you ask them why they put in demands if they know shit about boxing, right? Why are you selecting to put these demands on the new fighters when you didn't place those commands on the old when they came in here? You weren't putting them several years back on Shakur Stevenson and many others, Keyshawn Davis. You're not putting them on them. You're just going off popularity. 12-0, y'all. He fought for the vacant WBO World Featherweight. Vacant title. Vacant. Then he goes on. Matter of fact, let me get up out of here because this is Joet Gonzalez. He fight Joet Gonzalez. Then he goes on and he has some fights that really establish his career with the roadblocks. These two right here. Toka Conclari and Philia. One fight outside of Joet Gonzalez with the title. He fought Caraballo. 6-round stoppage. People was like, okay, all right, that was okay, but who was he? 32? This is after fighting someone with Joet Gonzalez. But look, they'll come back around and say, but WCS, he only had 13 victories in at that time. But no, we're talking about Kid Austin, right? Kid Austin has 18, and y'all trying to call that man a prospect. Are you not a prospect just because you go to the Olympics? What if you're Olympian and you don't win a medal? Are you still considered a prospect? I'm just curious. So he came off Caraballo and fought Toka Conclari in a dismal performance. Toka Conclari 28-2. That's probably where Kid Austin, Schofield Jr. is saying he fought cab drivers. But Toka Conclari, very boring fight. And I forgot what Shakur said at after that fight, but it wasn't what we wanted to hear. Then he fought Jeremiah Nakathila, back-to-back fights, December 2020 and June 2021. Stunk up the place. Barely put any type of action, even Nakathila in round 4. You know what I'm saying? Those two fights right there pretty much start setting the tone for that initial breakout with Shakur's performances being infectious for the wrong interaction. Real talk. But let's get back to this audio. I just wanted to share that a little bit. Let's get back to the audio right quick.
But we don't deserve the shot, but the 12-1 guy deserved the shot. Come on.
He was a bronze medalist.
It don't matter. You talking Olympics. This is pro fighting. Why are we going back to the Olympics?
He kicking some facts,
That's what I'm saying. We letting losers from the Olympics come and we put them on the pedestal, but they lost.
He said losers. I know that sticks a different way, huh? For real. For real, man. That sticks a different way, don't it? Like a porcupine to a baby's butt. You got your baby out there walking. Oh, you having fun. And then they trip and fall and land on the porcupine. That baby will cry for a straight year. And them quills have been removed. The medicine has been placed in there, and that baby still remember that. I'm talking about that's gonna stick what Schofield's talking about. That's gonna stick for a long time. He said he was a loser. He said he was a loser, bro, just because he didn't win the gold.
They didn't win the gold. They wasn't the winners. So why is he up here? So that's the question, and that's for everybody else to choose. We are proving what we have to do. And what we have to do is live up what we said for legacy, for our family. We here to fight. We got in this business throwing our own fights. We signed to Oscar doing this shit ourselves anyway. So why are we going to slow down and start cherry picking? We don't do that. That's not the Schofield brand.
Are y'all mad at him for saying that's not the Schofield brand? Like you really have a opportunity to man up. A lot of you cats out here in the YTC, you have the opportunity, the grandiose opportunity to man up, because you all wasn't feeling Shakur at the time. I mean, mad criticism was going on. Schofield going in there and actually fighting, getting into the heat of battle with Renee. And you all act like you're not appreciating it, but yet two Mexican fighters get into a heated battle like that, taking mad punishment. Katie Taylor, Amanda Serrano, beating each other to smithereens. Her right eye damn near hanging down to a nose, and y'all cheering them on. But for Schofield, y'all are saying, "Oh man, he's going in there with the guy that don't supposed to." He ain't never been stopped before. But what Schofield, in my opinion, what Schofield Kid Austin was doing was simply saying, my entertainment value is much higher than Shakur Stevenson. I'm going to go in here and I'm going to show you that I have no problem turning it on if I need to. I have no problem. You know, him being a switch hitter boxer, he hasn't been able to basically put that on display yet to the point where he looks great doing it. But he is showing you what is required. What do y'all want in boxing anymore? Y'all want heart? Do y'all want heart? Do y'all want that dog nations mentality where a fighter step to the ropes and he's eyeing his opponent down like Tyson? You don't want that grit, that grind. You don't want that mano a mano spirit. I mean, is it different when a Mexican fighter do it than what Schofield is showing you? It's no difference. But some of y'all had nothing good to say about Shakur's performance coming off Artem and him saying F the fans and all that. But all of a sudden, y'all are goddamn sitting here trying to help Shakur put on his draws now. Well, I apologize, Stevenson. I apologize. Shout out to Brick City. Yeah. I don't know what I was thinking. It's just you hurt my feelings when you said F the fans.
We fight. So go ahead. My bad for the lecture.
No, they're not.
I like that. I like how, look, you can be doing a reaction to somebody's video and then they put it on members only while you're doing the reaction. I like that. It's his content at the end of the day. It's okay. I don't feel no type of way. It's his content. If they want to put it on members only because they're not feeling WCS doing another review, cool. But I can still speak on it. What I do know, right, is the fact that what Schofield's been able to do is speak up about Shakur Stevenson. And look, some of these cats are Shakur Stevenson fans. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of jockeying for position that goes on the YTC. I'm not in that scrimmage. I'm not. But I know enough of what's on the playing field to know how somebody's moving. You know what I'm saying? I mean, how does that happen? You're doing a review on somebody's content and then it automatically gets switched to members only. It's all good. And look, hey, this video wasn't today. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, it wasn't today. It wasn't like it was just 20 minutes ago. This was like 6 hours ago. And all of a sudden it get put on member only. Fine. I don't have no problem with it. You better be glad I ain't screen recorded. Next time I'm screen recorded. But let me get back to what I liked about the interview. And shout out to Mill City, man. This is what I liked about the interview is that Schofield Jr. put it out there that regardless of what Oscar says, because he was saying, hey, we got mad love for Oscar De La Hoya, man. We doing this, man. We've been challenging ourselves. We've been going against the grain. He say he himself has been pushing the envelope. He hasn't been just going along to get along. He's been out here going against the grain. He's been really putting his son in a position to be challenged. They've been in there where they was helping fighters out get ready for championship fights. And then you take a fighter like Schofield, Kid Austin rather, you take him and he's helping and prepping these fighters to get ready for championship fights. Now it's his turn. And all of a sudden, they don't want it to be out there. They don't want to give this man no love. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to show him no love. They don't want to say, hey, respect. You know, he helped us get ready. Respect. Let's give him a shot. No, they don't want to do that. The type of respect that I've earned over the period of hearing Schofield take to the airways of the YTC has been not only is he advocating for his son, but he's looking at it like those you cats that feel some type of way about the way I sound or the way I look, the way I'm moving. Man, I'm doing this for my son and my son only. But my son can speak up for himself. If you feel that I'm just pushing him to do this, ask him yourself. He can talk. He's a grown-ass man. Now, I remember hearing some of these cats talking about, you know, he was overbearing and all that. You can never be overbearing in this situation where the receipts are there. You know what I'm saying? William Cepeda selected not to fight Shakur Stevenson. He selected not to fight him. So another fighter steps in that him and his team is going through, trying to get these logistics figured out. You know what I'm saying? Really trying to make those behind the scenes phone calls and get those conversations, say, hey, I know what you're saying, Oscar. I understand what you're saying, this, that, and the other. The controversy never stops with Oscar. It's not the first time he's been in there and went against the grain. He did it with Ryan Garcia now. You know what I'm saying? He went against what was out there with Ryan Garcia. And people's like, damn, him and Ryan Garcia not getting along. And he turned around and do the same thing with Kid Austin. But Schofield Jr., he didn't dog Oscar out. He just said that, hey, we had to let it be known what our intentions are. We want to fight Shakur Stevenson. 18 victories in. We want to fight. People up here talking about how Top Rank built up Shakur Stevenson. Kudos. Shout out to Top Rank, the flagship of promotions. Shakur Stevenson was 12-0 when he fought Joet Gonzalez. 12-0. So the building process, how many fights do you have to fight for a championship? Because last time I checked, Top Rank is getting fighters to a point where they don't even have the amount of fights that Kid Schofield has. And they're already champions. Teofimo Lopez, Shakur Stevenson, now Keyshawn Davis. The facts are out there floating around. You just don't want to pay attention to them. The facts are out there. Yeah, the same Top Rank that they was dogging out for being this, that, and the other. They have a track record of getting fighters, title fights. Now, who they fight when they're in the fight, who put it this way, whoever their opposition is during a title fight, does it really matter? Well, when you come to breaking it down and all that, to whoever like the Schofields is trying, yeah, you're always going to have a debate going on about who is that, who that is. You know what I'm saying? There's a song out back in the day. It said, "Who that is? That's just my baby dad. Who that is? That's just my baby." They say who that is. It's always going to be like that with boxing talk. Who that is. But my whole point is, you have fighters like Keyshawn Davis, Teofimo Lopez, Shakur Stevenson, and more that did not have the amount of fights of Schofield Jr. Regardless of what promotion that they're on, the facts, when it comes down to the format, does not have to be a template that you have to have 20 professional fights to get a title shot. That's not true. Keyshawn Davis is about to step in here in modern time. If it's indeed locked in, he's about to go in there and fight for the WBO lightweight world title. How many fights does Keyshawn Davis have? So for you all to say that Schofield, the third, Kid Austin, he doesn't have enough fight, he doesn't have enough championship experience, let me highlight another point that was made. Schofield Jr. made a very valid point when he said, Oscar want to say that he doesn't have championship experience, but my son was there helping champions get ready for their championship fight. So if he was able to experience that of a champion, even though it was inspiring, don't you think it's going to carry forward that experience? Yes. They always tell you, hey, who you don't spar with. They always be talking about sparring, right? We heard this shit going back and forth with Tank, Devin, Shakur, Teofimo Lopez. I mean, Ryan Garcia, Rolly Romero. You know, when that lightweight division was jumping, they always talk about sparring. They talk about the sparring with Adames and Crawford. It's always sparring out there. You don't think good work is called good work for a reason? It's called that for a reason. You learn from it. You learn from it. But once again, I salute his father for putting it out there and making it known. You know what I'm saying? I salute him for making solid points about his son being ready. You know what I'm saying? If he's not going to call the champion out, and you all are out here trying to run with all these narratives that Shakur Stevenson, look, these guys would rather run around and say Shakur Stevenson is the most ducked fighter rather than respect the fact that Floyd, Kid Austin is out here calling Shakur out after William Cepeda came down with a hand injury. They want to say William Cepeda ducked, but they're not going to say Shakur Stevenson ducked Joe Cordina. You know what I'm saying? And look, did Joe Cordina, was he the fight that you was looking for Shakur Stevenson next? I mean, come on, man. When is this? Look, when is this this type of behavior going to stop? For real, when is this type of behavior going to stop, bro? Let me get to the chat right quick. And shout out to Mill City Boxing for putting that on members only. You know what I'm saying? When I was up here, because somebody was up there, you know, sending them links. It's all, I ain't tripping, bro. That's his content. I ain't tripping. It's all good. It's all good. I just think that's very petty. You know what I'm saying? If y'all support a certain boxer, cool. But y'all just proving my point from back in the day. When they was up here saying, check this out, y'all. When they was saying that I was rocking hard with Deontay Wilder, I ain't a fan of this boxer. I'm a fan of the sport. I ain't a fan of the boxer. And then it says the same thing, all the boxers that I rock with heavy. It's always something that came from these hating ass dudes. But yet, Floyd Schofield, ask him, the father, ask Mill City straight up about his son um rating to have the fight. Just pretty much asking, do you think he should get the fight? Do you think he, Ray should get the fight? However he worded it. And he wouldn't even answer it. But he wanted to put it on members only. he want to put this on members only just because I'm doing a review. Man, come on, that's petty, bro. Shout out to Mr. Gumbo, aka Hot Grease. Salute, man. What's good with it? Hope your Thanksgiving was great, bro. Everybody in the chat. Hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna put it on. Look, I wasn't even saying that. I haven't even said nothing bad about the channel. But I guess, when you're not in the Good Boy Network, because I'll never be in the Good Boy Network. I'll never be in the clique. But I'm just, look, they think it's about numbers and shit like that. And that's another thing Score Floyd said. Oh, you don't even have confidence in my son is, should get the Shakur Stevenson fight. You shouldn't get, I mean, I don't sit here and help build your channel up. You know what I'm saying? You're not even a fan of my son. Where have you heard that before? He was putting him on the spot. You're not even a fan of my son. You don't even think he's ready. He wouldn't even answer the question. He said, I can't be a fan of both. He said, F that. And that's not being a fan of both if you're asked a simple question. You just asked a basic question about Kid Austin being ready to fight Shakur Stevenson. You just asked a simple question. That was a hard line question asked by his father. He said, I'll go over the fight hype where they support my son. I don't gave you 4 interviews. But see, these teams like Schofield, they're gonna have to learn how these guys operate. You have channels on here that always want to come out the gate and say they don't care about fighters and care about fighters, but you found them competing with individuals that didn't even know it was a competition. Didn't even know it was a freaking competition. They up here, they'll know this particular person has been rocking with this fighter, so they'll try to do and get more access to that fighter just to prove, hey, I don't need to do all that what you did. I cut the line and I was able to. Kudos, man. I'm not sweating that shit because at the end of the day, we all volunteer for this. But remember, you have fathers like Schofield that's good for the atmosphere of this social media because he's putting some information out there about his son and he's backing it up. Now, I'm not going to ever dog Shakur crying and him being a loser because I value Olympics. You medal at the Olympics, to me, that's grand compliments. You know what I'm saying? I'm not into boxing like that. So some of these cats that's in the boxing, you know what I'm saying, especially the father sons, they can say the shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I on the outside, never been a professional boxer. I'll digress. I'll work my way around that. But I like how he's asking these hardline questions and he's checking individuals that's trying to play a character. They know it's controversy when Schofield Jr. come on there with his son. They know it's going to be controversy. But they're going to try to hope and pray that Schofield is off camera scene so they can kind of slide a one-on-one question and that's where the smartness and intelligence come in. He ain't too far. He's listening. Just like with Abdullah Mason's father, they ain't too far. They listening to them interviews, bro. They listening. And then when you say something that they consider just semi-slick, they turn and goddamn, hey, boom. There it is. Let me get back to the chat right quick.
him and Bernard, listen, they gave me the talks. They got me on calls, so I understand their views and I respect their views and I love my promotional partners. We're not going nowhere. But
So
this is personal. This is beyond just business. They was friends. Remember? Then he started telling his daddy suck his dick and then saying his daddy auntie, calling like his daddy a bitch. So this is personal. And I'm gonna let my son live his dreams out and sweep this dude since he wanted to disrespect his daddy. That's personal between them. And I'm not letting nobody stand in the way. This like in school. Let's go out at 3:00 and we fight and you want to call my daddy out his name. This is what this is. So I think they fucked up. They underestimated us. And I guarantee you we'll bring that belt back, and we're gonna sweep Shakur. And everything I said came true. I guarantee you that come true. So go ahead, y'all talk. Y'all stuff. Everything I said came to existence. Shakur talked himself into this goddamn fight, saying I will fight John next.
I'm playing.
And they're underestimating us. So everybody could underestimate us. Remember, we was homeless. We was underestimated from the beginning. Now we fighting for a world title. Underestimate. Let us prove that we great. That's what we ask.
This is interesting. You know what I mean? This is very interesting because it's like your partners with De La Hoya, and I believe he has to sign off for this fight to happen as well, Coach.
He already sent the message. I showed it to the world. He said, if you want to do it, I will. So we said we will do it. So it's a done deal. Oscar said he's signing off. Eddie gave us an offer. We taking the offer they gave us. And the fight is the fight. The only one that could walk out of this fight is Shakur. We even got the budget already approved by Eric Gomez to start camp next week. So I don't know where all this other talking. He just did a class.
Listen, I like my apologies. You know what I'm saying? Somebody tried to call me, but check this out. I like how he said he's putting it out there that he talked to the WBO. He talked to Oscar. The budget's been set for him to join, get in fight camp. The budget's there. I mean, isn't that what we want to hear? Is that not straight receipts? Every other time people talking about receipts, is that not straight receipts, yo? Of what he talking about? I don't get into how, look, if I don't have to hang with some, man, it's just unnerving seeing people focus on a grown-ass man that act sound a certain way. It's just beneath my quality time to invest to say, no, they should be mature enough not to do this. But they are doing it. I mean, he's giving you everything he said. He talked to Oscar, even though Oscar went on Clapback Thursdays and he went in there and said, no, Eddie Hearns is at it again. He's trying to get this, and this. And he's trying to have Floyd Schofield, who don't have any championship experience, to fight. And he's at it again. No, Oscar, this has nothing to do with Eddie Hearns, because Oscar knows he's made mistakes in his promotion career, right? His promotional tenure. He's made mistakes, but also Oscar understands the sport of boxing. Controversy sells. Was he absolutely serious in calling Kid Austin a prospect with 18 professional wins? You know what I'm saying? Being that people criticize Shakur and his performances, and so has Oscar De La Hoya. Seriously, is it off the mark when he's just scored another field goal, telling you all the Oscar signs off on it, he showed the world, and then he talked to the WBO, they set the budget aside? It seems like a game winner to me.
Back Thursday, criticizing Eddie Hearn, but the way he did it, it fell upon us. Like, oh, kid not ready. Number one, we a contender, we not a prospect. But he was calling us a prospect. So I think that was more on him not thinking, because he was going at somebody he don't like. But we was caught in the crossfire. But he took it down. Once I spoke to him, he respected me, told us he loved us, and took it right down. So it ain't like he meant to throw the disrespect. He was just trying to point out how Eddie Hearn do things. And, but he respected us enough to take it down. It's my favorite. I don't know what to say about the people. We not leaving our team. They're a bit nervous because they haven't been in the gym with us. They haven't fought 300 amateur fights with us.
300 amateur fights. 300 amateur fights, yo. But then I hear people saying, nah, that ain't true. But I'm saying y'all have to stay on the same hymn note. You do, because if you were singing that Lomachenko anthem, a lot of you were. Y'all was on that Lomachenko anthem. Who was that? Oh, Madrimov. When he was going in there to face Crawford, all you Crawford haters. What qualifies? Because I was one of the ones up here to my man Madrimov. No, he doesn't have a chance, man. I like his videos and everything. They say, "Hey man, you what you doing, WCS, is you just taking for granted. You're not paying attention. He is a well decorated amateur." Well, it seems like 300 to me is decorated, right? I'm serious. That's a lot of amateur fights, yo. But they pick and choose who they want to sing a Christmas carol to when it comes to amateur pedigree and their amateur freaking stamp of approval on how many fights, because they show enough love using these neighboring fighters, these countrymen fighters, like Lomachenko, Madrimov, and Baturbiev, was it? I mean, they just love using specific people to say amateur pedigree. But when Kid Austin, his numbers come up, they act like they have the early stages of dementia.
They haven't been there when we was in there with Shakur, Devin, Jojo Diaz, all them getting ready for their fights. They wasn't there. I was there. So I know what he's going to do to Shakur. Shakur know what he's going to do to Shakur. That's why he tried to throw Mason in front and Zepeda in front. But now his words may put him in front. God work in mysterious ways. Showed. I'm telling y'all, this is something good.
Did y'all see that? This is good shit right here. I ain't gonna lie. Let me actually show this part right here. Once again, this is Mill City's content. Let me just show this part, because as a father myself, a black father, with nothing but sons, this is good to see right here. Let me show you this right quick.
May put him in front. God work in mysterious ways. Showed. I'm telling y'all, this is something good. History is repeating itself. Ali did
I just thought that was pretty cool.
Also in February.
They think Kid Austin, man, just
is.
Goofy. This dude has a kid on deck. He's a father. He up there dapping this. I mean, it's a lot of cats who love to dap their fathers up, but it just didn't never happen. I never dapped my father up. I'm gonna be honest with you. I've never had a moment like this with Pops. Never. So when I see things like this coming from I was coming from a 2-parent household. When I see moments like this as a father, it's special, man. Even though it's somebody else's child, you know what I'm saying? When I see the love that goes on with these father-son tandems, like the Jahai and his father, freaking Mason and his father, Bill Haney and Devin, the Schofields, Teofimo and his father, regardless of what is going on in boxing, they have a bond. They have a bond that's closer than just being connected and have DNA codes that link them up together. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's special, bro.
Come on now. I don't know. Go ahead, Floyd. You talk. I don't talk the numbers. I don't want to hear you.
But his promoter believed in him.
It don't matter who believe in you. If you're waiting for people to believe in you, you never reach success.
Ooh, that's a straight up. That's not that. Look. That's real. I mean, no, let me not just say real, because this some cats is always talking about keeping it real, and they want to keep it fake. That is some truth. You know what I'm saying? That is some truth, man. What ILTBA say? Shout out to ILTBA Boxing and Gold in the building. What does IL say? The truth to the power. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that is the truth. Let's hear that again, because that is the absolute truth.
Believed in him.
It don't matter who believe in you. If you're waiting for people to believe in you, you never reach success.
So you're gonna have to go against the grain.
We always went against the grain. When we did it independently, throwing fights ourselves. When I turned down Al Heyman because I didn't want him to cherry pick.
Now watch this shoe shine combination. Now this is what I'm telling you about Schofield Jr., man. Watch this shoe shine combination off the motherfucking goddamn in the center of the ring, goddamn from turnbuckle to turnbuckle, goddamn it. He said he always went against the grain, and look who he threw out there first, man. I'm telling you, boy, if you waiting for other people, That is the truth.
Ourselves. When I turned down Al Heyman because I didn't want him to cherry pick, I was going against the grain. When I turned down MTK Global, I was going against the grain. You know, when I went to Golden Boy, everybody said, "You crazy? He don't like black people." I went against the grain. So nothing changed now. This is an opportunity. Listen to this. It's a win-win regardless. He get $1 million regardless. We prize fighters.
I like what you did. Trust me.
No, what I'm saying is to the people out there.
Hey, Schofield ain't trying to hear this now. Schofield, he's on some different type of energy now. You know what I'm saying? He's on some different type of energy. You know what I'm saying? They gave him a cup of vibranium and things about to get very Black Pantherish. Okay? It's about to get Black Pantherish.
Yeah, I'm a dad. To the people out there, you could get hurt in boxing fighting a cab driver, and your career could be over. We was offered $1.2 million. Why won't we take that fight and get somebody with 10 knockouts and fragile hands? Would y'all not do it as a dad? We got to fight somebody. I'm going to put him in with a Mexican that's going to throw behind the head again or headbutts again. This will make sure his house is paid for life. He have a business that's giving him some income each month, and his car paid off. This is a foundation. We came from homeless. This is salvation right here.
Damn. He said, this is salvation, man. If anybody listening to this, man, it's not up to me to try to persuade you on who to like. You know what I'm saying? When I just hear someone, you know, being that I'm up in age and I can hear, I can be receptive to wisdom and stuff like that, right? I definitely get where he's coming from. You know, it's salvation, man. You have to have these blessings and you have to thank the Most High, whoever your supreme being is. However you're living, you got to thank them and bless them. If, first of all, just the fact that you're able to be born and be able to comprehend what's going on in life. And as an independent adult from a child to now, regardless of where you came from, you're doing better than you was yesterday. You know what I'm saying? You're doing better than you was doing yesterday.
And y'all going to say, he not ready. Only God gonna say if he's ready because God gave it to him. Yo, isn't that right, man? Drop the mic.
Hey, they dapped each other up again, man. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. You know, he had his eyes started to glow. This is old school Hulk. His eyes, that was David Banner. I'm telling you, they gave him a little cocktail with a droplet of vibranium in there. With a droplet of vibranium, y'all. Check this out again. Check this out. He cooking.
He's ready because God gave it to him. Yo, isn't that right, man? Holla. Drop the mic and let me start.
Nah, I rock with it. I hear what you're saying. I don't agree with everything, Pops. I think
you don't have to.
Yeah, I don't. This is your opinion.
Hey, he say you don't have to.
I respect your opinion just like everyone else's.
Which one don't you disagree? Which one do you disagree with? I would love to hear that. And I would love to hear why.
Hey, he's still on that Black Panther shit.
Because of your limit, because with your mind. I'm just saying, what do you disagree with?
Hey, Schofield Jr. started to talk his shit right. He started to get that smirk on his face. You know what I'm saying? Hey, when he started to get the smirk on his face and he's cooking already, it's over. It's over. The transformation has already started to happen. You know when David Banner used to start transforming into the Hulk. You remember that little beeping sound you used to hear, and that little instrument and song used to come in, and then you know he'll twitch a little bit, and then he'll turn around and look up at the camera, and you see his eyes starting to glow, and you see they show where his pants start ripping and shit.
I said,
after selling over 3 million,
this shit's crazy, man. This is a good. I'm telling you, that's a good lie.
I think that you wanting your son to go reach for greatness is great.
Me wanting? It's not him. Or him wanting? It's not him.
Okay.
He said, me wanting or him? I'm telling you, man, leave the Hulk alone, dog. Leave Black Panther and the Hulk alone in one, dog.
I'm just a dad. I'm just supporting my son.
He's my personal trash talker, so the fight is made. I don't talk trash. That's the thing.
I'm just supporting my son, so I want to hear this.
This isn't my dad. This isn't my box stream. You know, if he was to pass away tomorrow, what he get out of it?
I'm just trying to figure out, Floyd, at 22 years old, where do you get this confidence of wanting to fight Shakur?
He
Like-
got them ready for this.
See, this is what I'm talking about, man. I'm gonna let it play out though. I'm because I know people's. But just to ask a man, where do you get the confidence to fight Shakur, bro? Shakur was just getting criticized for another fight where people was turning their back on him. They was playing videos of people walking out the arena. They showed screen grabs of Crawford and people, you know what I'm saying, sleeping. Man, come on, bro.
wanting to fight Shakur.
He
Like-
got them fights as champions. So that right there should stop.
That was one.
He got Shakur. Shakur called him back. He did a camp with Devin. Buckle Devin. Devin called him back.
But
He did a
listening
camp-
to the
hold
promoter.
up, listen. You're not hearing me.
Mhm.
He got the champions ready for their fights, and they couldn't even deal with him then as a kid fighting 4-round fights. So the thing is, it's no discussion there on how we think he's ready. He's ready. He get them ready for their fights, their championship fights.
I got to call Schofield Jr. the prophet. He has a tattooed on his forearm. You know, I mean, the prophet with a cocktail and goddamn Black Panther, Hulk, man, because his counter shots, he's talking some real, you know what I'm saying, some truth. He's speaking some truth. You know what I'm saying? Because he's saying, you can say that my son haven't had championship experience, but he was the one preparing them to get ready for the championship fight. He was giving them work.
What the hell are you talking about? And not only one champion, all of them. From Robert Easton Jr. and they get Broner camps, tank camps. The
Not
list
the
goes
names.
on. You can ask them how he fight.
Not the names.
Just interview them.
Not the
Them
names.
champions shared the ring. They was going into champion fights. So when Oscar said he don't got championship experience, on what ground if he was fighting the champions, getting them ready to have championship fights? Right. So it don't make.
Let me get to the chat right quick, man. Because you know, I know people still smelling. Some of you all probably snacking on some goddamn Thanksgiving leftovers right now as I speak. You know what I'm saying? Some of you up there slurping down those chitlins with hot sauce right now, goddamn it. Mike said, did everyone see the video of Schofield Sr. on his domestic violence? Mike, what does that got to do with the live stream though? A lot of boxers, like I always say, they come from different walks of life. So are you gonna take a fighter? You know what I'm saying? You're gonna take a fighter from prison and you're gonna pull up all the articles on so many fighters that have been locked up and had, you know, jail time for violations. You're gonna pull up that information when boxing allows them to be able to come and compete and make a paycheck. Jage, what's good? Our TBA Boxing Talk in the building, the gold on deck. What's good with it, Al? And this for educational purposes. It was a dope interview, no cap. Yeah. But you know me, I always pretty much navigate and put the compass back to work to try to find out if it was split up or whatever. No hard feelings. It's some breaking news on Pop Schofield shaking the internet. Yes, sir. I agree. Arnold Brown on deck. I see you. What's good with it? Yes, sir. Believe it. Shout out to Christopher White in the building. Salute to you. Mr. Gumbo, aka Hot Grease. He said, Stevenson, most of these guys don't want to fight. Floyd raised his hand. Let's go. Yeah, for sure. Bud gonna stop Canelo. I can't wait to see this fight. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it also, man. Let me get back to the audio right quick.
Sense. So that's what make him, answering your question, that's what put him on this level to choose that fight. He's number 2 on the WBA, doing it independently. We only had a couple of fights with Golden Boy. He held his WBA title for a year and a half. How he not a championship? He's a WBA champion for a year and a half, regardless. And he hold the WBC title, and he hold the Texas State lightweight title. So he hold various titles. He been on a championship level. And I'm sorry about my passion, but I
I love your passion. You can keep it going. I love it because he has a good fighting style. So it's not like if he
I didn't say fighting style.
But
I didn't
even
say
if
fighting style.
Say if he did take an L, right? Just
No,
say.
we're not saying that. We're not manifesting that. Why manifest that?
I know.
Think about it, guys.
God
Peace,
forbid.
God. Why manifest that?
God
Why
forbid.
would we manifest that? If everything creates in your mind, you manifested it into the physical reality. What you reflecting is your reflections. Ours ain't that. We're not reflecting the laws. Why? And I answered your question. You asked what put him on a level to fight for a championship thing. Him getting the championships ready, the champions ready for their fight. I just answered your question. All of this is fact. So I don't need anybody else speculations. Just ask the champ. Ask Sean Porter, who we got ready for, was his sparring partner for the Crawford fight. We don't even fight at 147. So
I
miss me with
understand,
all that
Coach, but
bullshit.
He said, "Miss me with all that bullshit, dog." Hey, and for those of y'all saying, Kid Austin can't be on the phone. Look, y'all should stop that because I sat up here and said, man, I thought it was a little strict. But look, he's been on the phone for a minute doing the interview. You know what I'm saying? He's chilling. Just so y'all can know. Let's keep it moving though.
He's the one that has to fight them,
And he called out the fight, brother. So I'm not gonna let y'all put it down like he's his daddy. He done said it numerous times. So you're flipping things because you interviewed us.
I'm not flipping things.
Listen, you interviewed us. I'm not getting loud with you, brother. You interviewed us. He answered that already. He said he wants to fight. So stop. I'm just his promoter promoting what my fighter wants. So we already cleared that.
We cleared that, yo. We cleared that. I ain't gonna lie, man. It's a fire interview. Once again, Mill City Boxing. It's a fire interview, man. This is like the fourth time he been on there, but man, Schofield, his mouthpiece, man, his counter shots, his recall memory, the essentials that you need when you are dealing with going on these panels. He ain't dropping no bitch nigga this. He ain't calling no hoes, none, all that. No, he's on the freaking gas though. He's hitting you with the truth serum. That truth serum is too potent for some people.
Shakur disrespected his daddy. So I suck my dick, auntie. This is personal. So there's nothing else to say about that. Why do he deserve this shot? He's number 2. Zapata said he couldn't do it. He said he'll fill in. And Shakur said nobody want to fight him. So we answered that. So they said your promoter won't sign it. We went to bat on our promoter to make sure they signed it, then put up the evidence our promoter will sign it. We answered that. So it ain't nothing to twist here. We talking about the fight. That's it. None of this other bullshit would make him ready. If you don't believe he's ready, fine. Talk about the...
Here it is. This is where it gets interesting from the prophet. The prophet has spoken. He said, enough of that. I'm about to ask you a question I need an answer. Y'all remember when Kanye told Sway, you don't have the answers. So what the prophet Schofield Jr. is about to do, he's going to try to find the answer on if you believe.
The fight.
Want the effects of Viagra, but
No, for sure. Omac original, thank you for the $2. Damn Pops, sarcastically that for that 1.2. So is that what it was? 1.2?
No, that nigga. Papa, you're not a nigga. I'm just...
He said, no, nigga. Oh, man, dog. Look, man, I don't know if I ever would have went in the military if my pops had this type of mouthpiece back then, man. If me and my pops was able to communicate and have some fun as father, I don't know if I ever would have won the Corps, man. You know what I'm saying? If he would have been down to earth just a little bit. Because this is hilarious, man. This is hilarious, bro, for real. And look, hey, Kid Austin's right there just chilling. He just chilling, man.
Saying, I just said either way, it's a win-win for him. Well, how they don't get that? We prize fighters. We're not doing this for charity. We're prize fighters. You fight for a prize. So they offered him $1.2 million. Should he fight for $100,000 against a cab driver or take the 1.2? You went to math class. Whoever asked that question.
God damn, dog. Leave Hulk alone. God damn, dog. I mean, shut the bar down. Do not serve this man any more vibranium shots, okay? It don't matter if you put the olive in it. Leave that alone. Last call for vibranium is over.
Stop playing with us, y'all. Y'all know y'all would take the money too. But besides the money, he want to fight Shakur. We could beat Shakur. We got Shakur. We did him ready. We got him ready for his fight. Shakur can't beat us. Shakur landed 1 punch in 4 rounds. We said that before too. We've been saying that for 3 years, but then now recently Shakur come. Oh, I'm talking about sparring. It took him 3 years to answer. His whole team had amnesia for 3 years. I'm sorry. I'm not pumping hard. I don't want to start
the whole
that,
team
listen,
had
we ain't
amnesia,
into this
dog.
dumb stuff. But we're gonna have an interview. We're gonna interview shit that we already. New shit, not shit we already answered in 3 of your interviews already. You know we want to fight Shakur. He want to fight Shakur.
Cease.
You know
Timeline.
Fight his company.
Timeline.
No,
ass.
respectfully, obviously, we know that you.
No,
you
I
guys
said
want
you,
to
not
fight.
we. I said you, not we.
Me.
No, I'm not beefing with you. I'm saying you because we did interviews with you.
I ain't gonna lie. Mill City is very reserved to get this type of energy. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and that's cool. That's the way it should be. You know, you talk a certain way and you don't allow anyone else to turn the keys and shift your gears. They get mad. They even get more mad in some cases. But he talking some truth, man.
But you know already. So you ask the questions you know already. You know he want to fight Shakur. You know I'm just the mouth for his company that he owns. So stop with all this nonsense. This is 2 fighters. This is boxing coming back. That's what y'all should be talking about. Boxing is finally coming back, where the champion challenged the number 1 and the number 2. So we living out real boxing and y'all complaining?
No.
Then when the Floyd Mayweather shit was going on and nobody fighting,
they
y'all
complaining.
Then. So people would never
Prophet
be happy.
has spoken.
So let's get on to the fight. February 22nd, they rocking for Shakur belt, and we are coming out a winner.
Hey, shout out to Swat Jones, man, with the $5 in the super chat. Always appreciate it, man. One love to you for supporting the channel. You know what I'm saying? Y'all out here working hard for that, man. Thank you for your support, as always. Real talk. I'm trying to do better with checking my phone while I'm on live because people be sending me donations. And once again, shout out to Christopher White for the $7 in the Cash App, man. Much appreciated, brother. One love to you. Thanks for your support.
I've never said that, you know.
So it's nothing else to be said on that. How's your day going? You ate breakfast?
Yeah, I did.
Right.
He asked this man, he asked him, did he eat breakfast, y'all? He owned one today. The Prophet is on one.
Cause negativity out there. Have people
No.
Why is this happening? Do he deserve this shot? We're not putting that. You know he deserved this shot. So why are we putting that out there? I didn't come to interview with you to put out negativity.
Getting all your daily nutrients.
He right, y'all. He say, I didn't come on here to put out negativity. That's a lot that goes around, man.
No, he deserved this shot. This is a young man stepping up against all odds. You should be praising and talk about that. You should be talking about the homelessness. You should be talking about the pursuit of happiness. Not the other stuff.
I've been barely saying anything, Coach. What I'm trying to say is that I see that you guys want the fight.
We got the fight. What you mean?
You got the fight, but you got Oscar just saying otherwise.
And so what that mean? Everybody can say otherwise. You're not talking to Oscar. You can say that for Oscar.
So when I say you're going to go against the grain,
you didn't hear me. What you brought up then is for Oscar. We said the fight is going on. We put out there that Oscar said if we want it, he will. What is the problem? We said we accept Eddie offer the fight going on. So all this other shit is dumb shit. I don't care what Oscar said. I don't care what you say. We earned this chance. And we gonna
y'all better tread lightly fucking with the Prophet, man. I'm telling you, bro. I know this is just an interview, but man, it's fire blazing, bro. This is total recall. For real. This is total recall. The shit that the prophet Schofield Jr. is spitting out.
To take it. What is wrong with y'all?
So
We earned this chance.
No,
and you know that.
Okay. So listen, Coach. I'm just asking questions that the people want to hear.
No, fuck that. You know, you can answer that on your own channel because you know we did 3-4 interviews. You can answer the people yourself on your own time. We here to promote a fight that we deserve, and you know we deserve.
So, okay.
Do we deserve it? Do we?
This is the inception, y'all. This is out the blocks. The gun is sounded. When the prophet Schofield proposed this question to Mill City Boxing, do we deserve? Now, deserve can be broken down into so many bits and pieces, goddamn it, and just, you know, it's just that word deserve. Oh, it's so potent, especially being proposed in this interview right here. You're talking, he's asking, do you believe my son deserve to fight Shakur Stevenson?
We deserve that shot.
Okay.
Yes or no, from your opinion. Yes or no? Do we deserve that shot? We've been on 4 interviews with you. We challenged everybody we had to challenge. Shakur gave us the thing. Do you think we deserve it? Yes or no? Simple. That's all I'm asking you.
Looking at it in a resume standpoint?
I'm talking about you looking at it from your perspective. Shakur don't got a resume. Two people we fought. Get the fuck out of here. Get out of here. We're not going by that. We're going by your opinion from our hard work.
His
Do you
shit,
think we
man?
deserve this shot? And that answers the question, because if you really feel in your heart we don't deserve this shot, we shouldn't be on this interview.
No, it has nothing. It hasn't
So
to
yes
talk
or
about
no,
deserving the shot. You're at this point that you deserve the shot because you got the.
Hey, all I gotta say, don't let the appearance be the interference. These grown black men are speaking, focus on the wrong shit, yo. I'm serious, man. That's why I don't care who considers what I say to be something of substance or not. It's up to you on what you retain and don't retain. Teaching a valuable lesson may seem pointless when the recipient is closed-minded anyway. That's how I always look at it. That's how I always look at it. Is this a teachable moment in this case right here? Yes. Because when it comes down to the backstabbing that goes on the YTC, it's a lot of it. It's not too many father sons out here that you would have this moment to listen attentively. And someone, a father, asks you, do you think my son deserve, after this is your 4th interview, 4th, do you think my son deserve a shot at Shakur?
Contract signed to you. That's
no, stop. So we didn't earn this shot?
You guys in the you guys are in the rankings. You guys have like this. What did Oscar say?
Fuck what Oscar said. I'm asking you, man to man, the person that we granted interviews just on GP. Do you know our road, our hard work from homelessness, throwing independent fights, doing all of this to make it here? Do you think we deserve a shot? Yes or no? That's all I'm asking. You as a man, you the individual.
You're not a child. You're a.
Silence is the keeper. I'm telling you.
And if you say no, then we could finish this interview. You're not on our side.
Listen.
Hey, silence is the keeper to confirmation, bro. In some cases, silence is the keeper to confirmation. Real talk. Just a little gem to drop out there to you.
Listen. As a Floyd Schofield fan,
I didn't ask as a fan.
I would like.
You
Well, that's what I am. That's what I am as well.
I'm asking you as a person, not as a fan. Fuck being a fan. You being a man that know where we came from.
Oh my
Do we deserve
God,
this opportunity?
yo. He said, I'm not talking about being a fan, man. I'm talking about being a man, knowing where we came from. And this is nothing to bloviate any shots at Mill City. I don't know the cat like that. I'm not. I'm just in the moment, man. It's turbulent, yo. Real talk, it's turbulent. It's mortar rounds dropping. I mean, for real. We got incoming rocket fire, man. All that. Do you believe he deserves?
We're not adding fluff. I'm asking you as a man,
Why would I
man.
listen? I can't tell another man
Never mind
he
then.
deserves another man.
So why
Like
we on this
I
interview
can't go out and say that.
Why
I
am
would
I
love to.
building your channel then?
It's not about building my channel. It's not. Listen, it's just about if it's gonna be a good fight for your son or not at this moment in time.
So now
you guys believe
your opinion. Now you're giving me your opinion about. Now you give me your opinion about my son.
You're
so
telling
are we talking about the fight or you talking about the parenting?
It has nothing to do with the parenting.
All right. So do you think we deserve to shot him? Not. This is me asking the question. Do you think?
Hey, Kid Austin just laughed. His dad say, "Not me, him, not me, him. Do you think he deserve a shot?" And Kid Austin, he smiled. I'm telling you, man, he been on the phone chilling, man. He been sponging all this up, man. He's asking the question of all question. No special quirks. You know what I'm saying? He's asking a question, streamlined, lineal.
He deserve a shot. It's yes or no. And if you say no, you're a Shakur fan. You should be interviewing Shakur.
It's not. I can't be a Floyd Schofield and a Shakur fan.
You could be any fan you want, but I ain't ask you as a fan. I'm asking is our hard work. You worked hard for your channel, don't? And you did believe you deserve your channel. So we worked hard too. Now we don't deserve a shot.
All right. So
we on the wrong channel then.
So check this out. I didn't think I'm a Tank fan.
Never mind, you're going elsewhere. That has nothing to do with me. No, Tank has nothing to do with me.
I gotta give you an example.
No, you don't have to give me no example. Yes or no? Do you?
I agree with the prophet. You don't have to give me another answer and use any type of analogies and all that. I don't need that. We're talking about, I'm asking this to you as a man. I don't need any diversions. I don't need to hear any other names. Stay on topic. Y'all remember when I used to say that to these cats in the debate? Stay on topic. When they try to go and get other people into the debate and try to bring in other fighters no, we're talking about these specific fighters. Stay on topic.
You think my son deserves a shot? If not, we on the wrong channel. You can go interview Shakur. We'll go to a channel that's our friendly, that know we deserve a shot. What the hell? You ain't gonna diminish his hard work. 300
I'm not diminishing his hard work at all.
He gave away his childhood to fight, to go for his dream. You're not blocking that in your negativity. So yes or no, if you don't believe you deserve one, don't interview us. Because I granted you interviews on the GP. Get the hell out of here. Gave you clickbait on the GP. Stop, I'm not beefing with you. I'm giving you facts. And you don't have to talk right now. You can listen. Because if you talk.
Somebody goddamn call the fire department right now, goddamn it. This is one of those moments where arsonist is praised. You know what I'm saying? I mean, goddamn, this is the work of an arsonist. I'm listening to what he's saying, and I don't think he's over the top. I don't. I just don't think he's over the top, man. I don't, man. I don't. I think the tension in the room is reasonable tension. I do. We're talking about boxing. We're boxing.
You're making a rebuttal. So you're not really listening, brother. Interviews on the GP. So I'm just asking what side you on. Because if you want
I don't do the side
I'm talking about me. You're trying to answer, and I'm trying to tell you my standpoint. So you're not listening. So go ahead. You're not trying to listen.
I'm listening.
I'm not coming on your show for negativity. So I'm just clearing that up. I'm clearing that up. He deserves a shot. He worked hard his whole life for this.
Right.
So I don't care about your opinion, because if you could say he don't deserve a shot after working 18 fights, the way he worked 18 fights, then we on the wrong channel. We on the Shakur Freely channel, and we don't need that in our life because we going against the grain. So we don't need to put in the universe some negative shit. Yeah, we'll go to Fight Hype. We'll go to Fight Hype and get him an interview if that's how it's gonna be. Because I asked you
but when you go to Fight Hype, ask them the same question.
They already said the same thing. You deserve a shot. You worked. As a man, you could look at another man and know if they work. We ain't gonna get on no bullshit.
I agree with that. In life, you can look at another man in any situation other than this right here, and you can tell. Seriously, if you know a dude, right? Look, this is real. I stand on this belief, man, because some of you cats like having huge circles, just so you can have those individuals around you that provides you with that confidence that you need, right? But you can kind of look at somebody and tell if they have just a little bitch in them. You know what I'm saying? Just a little bitch. That's all. And you know what I'm saying? Some of you stay around so you can see more bitch. But me, I say, okay, I could tell if you got some bitch in you, man. Just by the way, certain things I might say or how you respond, what I say, or whatever the case, you can tell some of these dudes on how they communicate with other guys. They have some bitch in them. Now, if I tell them they have bitch in them, they're not gonna freaking concur because I told them they did. You know what I'm saying? When you hear a question being asked, and this has nothing to do with the interview, but I'm just saying, when you ask another man a question and they want you to answer as a man, all the other connections are none and void. What you feel as a fan is irrelevant. I'm asking you as a man. And see, taking sides, that's where it gets a little bit touchy when you ask somebody to take a side. In this case, it's just asking, do you think deserve? Yes, he deserves a shot. He deserves it. Because where he's at in his career right now, he deserves a shot at Shakur Stevenson. Because when Shakur got his first title shot, I already done took you down that road. The opposition that he was going to be facing on that night, Joey Gonzalez, had more professional wins than Shakur Stevenson. Shakur was going in there for his 13th professional fight. Why don't Kid Austin deserve a shot at Shakur Stevenson? And he's going out here fighting the fights and putting on performances that people talking about. Whether they want to say what they say about it, they still talking. See, when it came off this last fight with Artem, they still had a bad taste in their mouth off the Nakathili and Toka Kunklari fight. So when he went in there against Edwin De Los Santos, people still had an even more acerbic taste in their mouth. And then he went in there with Artem. He was moving a little bit more, right? But he wasn't letting his hands go. So you had 4 fights where people just pretty much turned their back on him. And it's like, no, don't nobody. And then, they say, oh man, Shakur, you're the most duck. It's not the most duck when there's a lack of interest there. You have people that's just not interested in saying, Devin Haney. They did Haney the same way. No, we just don't want to fight you because of this. So Haney had to get it out the mud and go grind it out in Australia for 2, the Aussie double. Then come back and fight Lomachenko. Ran the gauntlet on that. Beat Jojo Diaz before that. Ran the gauntlet. Went up there and fought Regis Prograis. Ran the gauntlet. Now he has a point right here where it stalled out a little bit. Why? Because of Ryan Garcia. But I thought for sure, if he's asking you as a man and you being an amateur boxer yourself and, just being a content creator in general, he asked you, does his son deserve a shot at Shakur Stevenson? And you refuse to answer. That's just tough, because you're saying this man don't deserve a shot at Shakur, but it's so many other comparisons of fighters that we can use. So many out there that you ask, why are they fighting that person?
He worked for this. Period. So go ahead and talk.
Yeah,
we know what channel we on. Go ahead and talk. Go ahead, brother.
It's not about that, Senior. Listen,
okay.
Everyone deserves a shot at the title if they
but
deserve
not him.
it. You 100%, but
But
I
not
just
him.
feel he
I asked you
hasn't.
yes or no, you can answer, but not him, right? You can say yes, he deserves a shot. Now you're going to
Coach,
the fluff. Stop.
coach,
I'm not with
I agree. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie, yo. I'm not gonna lie. He said you're going through the fluff. He said everybody deserves a shot, but you refuse to say his son deserves a shot. And him calling it fluff is very innocuous, to be honest. Like that's as innocuous as you can get. Say, oh, you're going through the fluff, instead of saying, oh, you bullshit now. He said you're going through the fluff. It was light, but he's not lying. He's not, because he just want to hear whether you believe his son deserves to fight Shakur.
the bullshit.
he hasn't had an undefeated fighter yet.
So he got one with Shakur. What's the problem? What's the problem? I don't understand your angle. Shakur's undefeated. He challenged undefeated. What's the problem?
You're
Because
asking
the problem. I don't understand your angle. Shakur
deserves a shot. At the title, if they
but not
deserve
him.
it. You 100%, but I
not
just
him.
feel he
I asked
hasn't.
you yes or no, you can answer, but not him, right? You can say yes, he deserves a shot. Now you're going
Coach,
to the fluff. Stop.
coach,
I'm not with the bullshit.
he hasn't had an undefeated fighter yet.
So he got one with
Drinking that
Shakur.
coconut
What's
water.
the problem? What's the problem? I don't understand your angle.
Leave them niggas alone
Shakur's
to goddamn drink
undefeated.
that
He challenged
coconut water.
undefeated. What's the problem?
You're
Because your
asking me a
limitations or
question.
your fears. That's
What was
what
that?
all these people, because Oscar fears and Oscar limitations, all this come from your mind, your limitations. You're not reflecting on my son. My job as a God is to block all of that. So don't mind the passion. This is protection. No,
Ooh.
nobody get in his mind. He could be.
Don't mind the passion. This is protection. What? Don't mind the passion. This is protection. So check me out when I'm passionate about the protection. Damn.
Beat Shakur, and he will beat Shakur, and he deserved this, whether you like it or not.
Right.
If I'm healthy, 70%.
Ah, damn. Once again, this is Mill City's audio. Mill City Boxing audio. That was his audio. That was Mill City's audio. That was the end of it. Shout out to Mill City. That was his audio. That was his interview. Fire interview. I'm not gonna lie to you. Fire interview. Fire energy. An arsonist was on deck. You know what I'm saying? An arsonist was on deck, man. Advocating, talking his grandiose. You know what I'm saying? Flamethrowers, grenade launchers, Hillary. He came in there well armed. Jesus Christ, man. They told him, shaking my head, man, for real, right? Jesus, man. That was good energy. That was good holiday energy, for real. You know, hopefully that burned off some calories, you know, from you all, because, yeah, I know I'm about to eat some leftovers in a minute, but, you know, hopefully that goddamn burned some calories that you want, you know, maybe 2 or 3 calories, you know, from yesterday. Mill City kept avoiding the question, talking slow. Yeah, man, he wouldn't answer the question, bro. He wouldn't answer the question. That's all I can say about your Mill City. He asked you, do you deserve? And just the fact that you didn't want to say that he deserved, I like, we all talk this boxing shit, bro. And, you know, this is not about him. I'm keeping on the Schofields, but he was interviewing. And it's just, of course, he deserves a shot. Why wouldn't he, man? Who else is out there to fight? Sometimes it goes down to the process of elimination. Like William Cepeda pulled out, and y'all was already stamping him. Like this fight was already gonna happen. Oh man, I'm getting William Cepeda. William Cepeda is gonna be up next after freaking Tevin Farmer. He beats Tevin Farmer, and he said he has a hurt hand, and people are trying to basically call him out and say, well, when he was giving the post-fight conference, he didn't seem like his hand was hurting. Man, come on, man. I know we ain't talking about speculation. You know what I'm saying? If Shakur Stevenson He doesn't, if he doesn't have a line holding up, because Frank Martin departed, didn't fight him. You know, fell out with Joe Cordina because of his hand injury. William Cepeda's left the scene. You have the Schofields out here that's on fire right now, especially Prophet Schofield. And he's out here. He's not lighting the candle. He's starting brush fires, because every time you turn around, it's taking me back. It's taking me back to when Bill Haney was on here with freaking Gary Russell. You know what I'm saying? Prior to Devin Haney stepping in there November, I think it was November 7th against Yorkis Gamboa back then. I mean, they was trying to act like that Devin Haney and Gary Russell will potentially fight. And it was good free promo. Bill was out here in these YTC streets, you know, grinding every freaking, I mean, this shit was crazy. Every single day they was up here talking about that shit. And it was never going to happen, man. They never dropped the November date to fight Gamboa. Never. But man, I'm talking about day after day after day. This kind of reminds me of that. You know what I'm saying? This kind of reminds me of that. One thing I can say about Schofield, man, you know, he's very cool hand Luke. You know, when he's basically firing off his responses. You know, he's very cool hand Luke with it. You know what I'm saying? The way he sit up here and when he call you, you know, when he really get fired up, you'll know it. He's like, shit, I ain't hanging around for this. I'm out. You wasting my time. They hate Floyd Schofield Sr. because he puts them on blast. Yeah, absolutely. He put them on blast in a special way too. He be talking, he be talking to them like that, those his sons, yo. Like Kid Austin's not his only son. He be talking to cats like they his sons, man. And it's not like he's you listening to him and he's just being absolutely blatant disrespectful. It's like, okay, I'm gonna figure you out. I'm gonna figure you out. I'm trying to see, you know, are you really just trying to waste our time and have us around because you waiting to ask a controversial question? Are you really for my son? Do you believe in my son? Do you think he's not who he say he is or who I say he is? I mean, I'm really trying to get to the core of your intentions. That's all. Come on, talk to me, man. Talk to me. Do you think he deserve or not? Come on, man. Answer the question. Come on. It doesn't take that long. Do you think? No. I don't want to hear all that diversion stuff, man. I want you to tell me straight up and down like that. Do you believe my son is next? Do you believe he deserved a shot at Shakur? That's all I want to know. That's all I want to know. I'm not asking you for much. I just want you to answer that one single question that I have for you. Do you think my son deserved it? Because if you don't, it's full of shit. Because we deserve it. 300 amateur fights. You're always talking about amateur pedigree, right? We got the pedigree. What next? What next? I'll talk to Oscar. Oscar, he agrees. I'll talk to the WBO. They on board. They set a budget aside for us to start camp next week. What's next, man? Do you think my son deserves it or not? Tell me, do you believe he deserves it or not? Hey, man, when that silence bow tie that confirmation, bro. And he has the right to support who he wants. You know what I'm saying? Mill City, real talk. He has the right to support who he want. Real talk. Shout out to Blue Hustle in the building. What's good with it, Blue? Hopefully your Thanksgiving was great. Shout out to Mr. Gumbo, AK Hot Grease. I didn't like when Popsicles called Shakur a girl respectfully. Hey man, you know, name calling is like and duh when it's this trash talking dialogues that just take over the YTC. I mean, it is what it is, man. I've heard worse though. I mean, I've just heard worse. I believe if you can have a verbal sparring and it's not really saturated, in obscenities. You know what I'm saying? A vulgar freaking verbal jousting session. If you can talk your shit and you're talking and put some facts in there and it's on topic, hey man, I don't worry about anything else, man. You know what I'm saying? That right there, I ain't gonna lie, Gumbo, like a girl is less than these dudes telling another man, especially another man is older than them, to suck their D. I think calling them a girl is freaking, definitely a lower value than saying straight up bitch. I really do. But thanks to Mr. Gumbo, aka Hot Grease, with the $10 super chat on deck, man. One love to you. Thanks. Much appreciated, brother. He said, stop acting like a girl. Man, he was really out there, man. I'm telling you, when the music started playing, man, the prophet started to transform. That hoax started to happen. That transformation was on. I ain't never seen a hoax transformation where it just stopped. You know what I'm saying? Most of the time, when his jeans start ripping, his shirt start coming out, and you see Big Lou Ferrigno, it's over. It's over, dog. You know what I'm saying? It's over. Crystal White said, hey, senior, I don't believe. And this is what I like about the chat, man. Man, y'all don't follow each other. I swear, man. Y'all don't just fall in line with what I talk about. I got grown people in the chat, man. I'm glad y'all not on that bullshit, bro. I ain't gonna lie, man. I have a certain audience of people that think for their MF and sales. I like it, man. I like it. As a grown adult, I like you have people that will speak up for who they like and don't like, regardless of what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? I respect. That's respect. Senior doesn't sound like he's playing. Oscar had better get that fight made, it seems. He said he put it out there to the world. He said he spoke to Oscar. Right? I mean, real talk. He put it out there. I'm not saying he lying. He put it out there, yo. YouTube boxing is double agent and double standards when Bill Haney campaigns for Devins. Yeah, I would say both of them have different type of energies, but I don't think when it comes to the what they call them sheets when you're on the road and you have to log in your mileage or whatever. It's not time sheets, it's something else they call it. But Prophet Schofield, his road time is not up to Bill Haney's yet. Bill Haney got that road time. I don't know how many, and he been I don't know how many panels back in when he was going back and forth. Real talk. I don't seen, man. Come on now. Ain't no father on here putting in that much work and still around. Well, he's not around like you know what I'm saying. Every now and then he'll show up, but ain't nobody got road time like Bill. No, senior, you guys talk to yourself in this fight. Christopher ain't feeling the Schofields, man. And you gotta look at it like this too, Christopher. Like, what influences that energy from you? Is it more so the father? Because the son is innocent. That's just like, Kid Austin just had a kid. It's like being mad at his kid because Kid Austin is the father of a newborn child. So granted, the child is innocent. Kid Austin should be innocent, but he's caught up in the crossfire from his father. So it's a trickle down effect. Hey. But I think he's a good kid, man. His father just talk his talk. Just like Bill Haney. Just like freaking Lopez Sr. His father's out there to talk that talk, man. But the way you talk that talk is just, to many, it's going to be disapproving, man. It's going to be people out here, you know, damn near drowning in their own tears because they feel like all of a sudden they was rocking heavy with Shakur Stevenson. But yet they was in here complaining about those 4 fights. Toka Clary, Nakathila, De Los Santos, and Artem. Come on, man. Hey, that's what I'm talking about, Blue. I don't have no problems with this fight either. I don't have no problems with it. I want to see the fight. I want to see it. Why? The last fight that Shakur was in the ring was July 2024, right? So we're about to usher in 25, and I'm not trying to see a huge delay or postponement or vacation, and people start talking about, oh man, he's been out the ring for a long time, this, that, and the other. No, both of them, was in the ring in 2024, and it'll be good that they fight February 22nd. I don't care who putting on the fight. I would like to see them on that card. For real. Yes, Shakur, man. Sign on the line, bro. Sign on the line. But gonna stop. Canelo says Schofield doing everything right, and Ninja still have. Hey, I can say that. I can say that for sure. They hating on him hard, man. All because he's being outspoken, upbeat, high energy. But that's what they demand out of the fighters, right? They demand that they have charisma in front of the mic, right? But yet you want to get mad at the father? I mean, this is what you want. You want the charisma. Man, it's not for me to get. I'm not trying to figure out this boxing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to figure out that. The ebbs and flow of their attitude. I'm not trying to figure it out. I figured that out. Yeah, I forgot that. Toby, good reminder. I was thinking, I said, I know I'm mentioning Olasana Usyk, 300 amateur, but Usyk, no one has to mention his amateur no more because he's basically unified in 2 divisions. Cruiserweight undisputed. Usyk is established. Good reminder, man. That's what I'm talking about. The hottest chat, man. Never be followers, bro. Unless they lead you somewhere that they're gonna set you up for success, man. And then you shouldn't be following. You should be pretty much guided. That's all. Solid reminder, man. Solid reminder. Usyk indeed had hundreds of amateur fights. They love amateur when Ugas beat Bud. Or Cruz beating Keyshawn, but not when it comes to Tank and Shakur. Man, you ain't never lied. Talk that fire, man. You know what I'm saying? He said they love amateurs with Ugas beat Bud. Man, how dare you bring up Bud during the holidays, man? It was some people up here listening, and they dropped their fork. They dropped it on the floor, man. They stepped out in that cold weather. I just got to get out and get some air. They stepped outside in that cold air, and Jack hit them. They came right back in there. It's a little bit too chilly out there. I got to watch my temper. Calm down. Hey, somebody pour me a drink. I heard him talking about Ugas beat Bud. I was like, oh, man, I hate Bud. God, I was doing just fine till they mentioned Bud. You ain't lying, bro. Sean and Kenny Porter. I respect singing, ain't for the BS, but welcome to smoke. I like that. Yes, sir. He welcome to smoke, man. He welcome to smoke. I like that energy, bro. I like that energy. If Kid Austin could pull off this win, watch Senior put some of these people in their place. Hey, man, he's out here so much that it's going to take a man with a lot of I don't know. I don't want to put the man in it because some of these dudes only playing the role. You know what I'm saying? They're not really one at the end of the day because he goes in there and beats Shakur Stevenson. Some of these guys are just not going to give them credit. They're gonna try their best. I mean, I'm talking about to the finest, to the last grain. They're gonna try to break it down and try to say this is why he lost. They're gonna try to tie it all the way back to the hand, the surgery. They're gonna try to do anything and everything possible, tie it all the way to something medically. I'm just saying that they're not gonna just straight up tell that man, hey man, you got it. Congratulations. I was wrong. These cats don't know how much relief it is to tell when somebody teach you something or when you're absolutely wrong to say, okay, I was wrong. But they don't want to, man. They'll sit up here and say, suck my D, man. No. I remember that when Schofield's turned down working with Al and went to Oscar, I remember they called them crazy. And that Golden Boy didn't like black fighters and his career was over. Facts. I remember when that dang cloud rolled in. And look how he hit him with it, Swat Jones. He hit him with, I was going against the grain. I've been going against the grain. And he mentioned Al Heyman first. I didn't sign with Al Heyman. I didn't sign with MTK Global. I went over there to Golden, but they said, oh, he don't like brothers. He went against the grain. Did he not, Jones? He went against the grain, big dog. He went against the grain, man. And he was on fire tonight. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, right. 10 knockouts and fragile hand. Hey, man, don't say that too loud because, you know, these cats that wasn't supporting Shakur, they trying to sneakily come back around and defend him just because Prophet Schofield is on a tear. Prophet Schofield is on a tear right now. He on a tear. If he can just clean up his exchanges when he's sitting down on his punches, just up, hook to the body, man. Know that you're gonna have that target right there. They always say go to the body, the head will fall. You know, clean it up a little bit. You know, don't be when you in that moment and you peeking out a little bit. You know, back in the day they said tweaking out, but you peeking out a little bit and you just hunting, you just head hunting. You know, missing those shots. It's a lot of energy. Just clean it up a little bit. Step back. For perfect example, I'll tell you who I liked. And a lot of people ain't giving him respect. But I like how clean he was hooking to the body and up top and mixing it up. Jaleel Hackett. Jaleel Hackett last fight, man. I was impressed. I was freaking impressed. I'm not gonna lie. How clean he was delivering his combinations. Man, shout out to Jaleel Hackett. I'm not saying he been sloppy. I'm just saying when he was in there, you know, putting that boxing curriculum on display, it was clean. I ain't gonna lie, it was clean. And you rarely look, he's at 147. He's just in the bottom half of the IBF, I believe, rankings. He's just now coming into the rankings like that. Yes, sir. Talk that shit, man. He said he was homeless to 1.2 million. Man, when they go through the struggle like that, staying in roach motels, you know, he said, oh, you know, he didn't have a good relationship with his mom. You know, his dad was doing. I mean, he didn't really go into detail, but man, he ain't no goofball, man. You know what I'm saying? People look at him and think, oh man, he looks. Dude is actually a young man, dude. You know what I'm saying? He's mature for his age, man. Seriously. He's freaking mature. Shakur's going to beat the ish out of this boy. I'm taking all bets. Dang, Gumbo already up here stirring up. You know what I'm saying? I had to take a leave of absence from betting Gumbo. You know what I'm saying? I think I went on an 0-2 slide, so I had to take a leave of absence. Sometimes it's good to get out the workplace and then return refreshed. You know what I'm saying? Because unfortunately, my boy, Deontay, and I'm good on Crawford. You know what I'm saying? Good on won great money off T.O. Look, Demond Nichols was not my fighter, but I won a hellacious amount of money off him going the distance against Edgar Berlanga. Oh my God. I rock with Mill City and sub to him, but no cap. Mill don't think Kid got a shot. Mill wouldn't even answer the question flat out. He couldn't even say Kid deserved to fight. I didn't understand that. And that's true words, man. I didn't understand why it was so tough. You know what I'm saying? For real, I didn't understand the difficulty, the mixture of nerves and confusion. Like I didn't understand that. Like you trying to say he don't have a chance. Like Shakur Stevens is not a world beater. He has fights that he's went the distance. But one thing we know about Schofield, man, he's not shy of mixing it up. He's not shy of physical exchanges. He's not shy of that. I'm just saying, he's not shy, bro. $1.2, and they said, "Where's the contract?" Hope Brian Norman Jr. and Sr. are listening to this. Well, you have to look at it for this way. There's different perspectives and different lenses there, Toby. Norman Jr. them has a title already that they won. Schofield, Kid Austin rather, doesn't. So them taking a shot or getting a shot is a huge opportunity for them to get the shot with Shakur for their first world title. As in Norman Jr., he's already has it. He already went in there. And Schofield they kind of want to have a performance like Norman Jr. had in there when he stopped Old Boy. That's the kind of performance you want to be etched in people's thought process. You know what I'm saying? One that they always check the box with Mexican fighters. They love to see them going in there and going mano a mano. You know what I'm saying? Punch for punch. They love that. But, when other fighters, black fighters or other fighters that's not as popular, and they go in there and bang it out, they say, "Oh, man, you need to work on defense. That ain't what we." But you was just cheering on the Mexican fighters, and they was going in there banging it out. But you was like, "Yeah, that's what we want in boxing. That's exciting." I guess with the women, they go in there and use I'm talking about 0.3% defense. And what they talk about out here in the media. Oh, man, the most viewed fight. They ain't talking about defense. They are the most viewed fight. Look at that. Man, they was getting pummeled. Hardly any defense. And all they talk about is the views. I get it. Some eating flaming hot corn chips. I remember, when I was younger, man, like, I don't want to give you a Bravo India Delta, you know what I'm saying, back in the day. But yeah, I can eat stuff like that. But now, shit, Nick, I eat a goddamn flaming hot Cheeto. Goddamn, I'll probably be in the ER for 2 weeks. Shit, they goddamn have a banana bag on that mug. Hey, give him his. Let me see how many. Yeah, load his 7th bag. You know what I'm saying? Hey, how's your vowels doing? Are they coming back to regular? Are you feeling regular again? I'm telling you, dog. I eat one chip, bro. Call the goddamn ER quick. Call the ambulance, man. It seems like he's dying. What happened? Who did this to you? No, that's just red vomit. I thought it would be cool to just hit one of the chips in my 50s. All hell broke loose. I say, sir, you know better than that. You know better than that. You can't do that. I mean, I used to eat goddamn hot shit, man. It was good. You got to respect it. For me personally, I do. If you want glory in the hurt business, you got to take it. Let's go. Yeah. Everybody's barometer of courage and how they disseminate it is different, bro. Real talk. Everybody's dissemination of courage is different. I mean, this is why you can't stay too close to this boxing shit on the social media. Because the ones that you had faith in one time, they're busy changing. They're changing to the point they just willing to go along with anything. I mean, if you take social media 4 years ago, I can say 4 years ago, it's drastically changed. It's more so gossip orientated right now. Everybody has an agenda. And just like you seen 18-0, when I clearly gave you some bookmarks of fighters who have did it in shorter professional wins than Schofield. From Keyshawn to Shakur to Teofimo Lopez, shorter time, yo. They got titles. Shorter time. And there's more. There's more. Hold on for a second, yo. I know why he blacking out like that. And in that video he blacked out. He say think about what's best to say. Real cool, he laid back. Yeah, I don't have no problem with the brother. You know what I'm saying? Making his first fight more interesting. Mill started, in my opinion, with this verbal sparring matchup to Bill. I mean, I just think them making rounds everywhere you look, you got the Schofields there in tandem. So I ain't knocking them, man. They really getting some free promo out there. I admire the attendance. I do. I admire and respect the attendance. Real talk. Do what you got to do, man. You know what I'm saying? But please don't get mad, because I'm on the outside listening. Sometimes it bring on some laughter. Don't be mad about it because he was cooking. I ain't gonna lie, he was cooking. He was cooking. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he does be pressing them. He be pressing them like he's the father and they the son. And goddamn, I'm about to give you the Holy Ghost. For real. That's how he be coming. For real. Why don't Mill City just say yes because he does deserve a title shot? Because they're running to the fire and not away. Hey, some people don't understand tyranny there, Toby. Some people don't understand that, man. I just feel like people look at it different. People go about this different. Like I said, this whole social media thing has changed, right? It's just changed. It's gotten crazy. It's so much gossip this is going on. And I feel that people may talk about his energy or whatever, but the ones who calling him auntie, it's just another way for them to try to mask what they wouldn't do in person. They'll do the shit here online. But a lot of these cats are saying auntie and all that wouldn't do that, wouldn't disrespect him in person like that. That's just my thought process. I don't think at all they'll disrespect him like that in person. And it's always like this is what I'm saying about the depth of intelligence. People always claiming how smart they are and everything, right? And it's okay to have a clear understanding on your depth of intellect, right? But then you get on here and you understand this is full contact. And it can get dirty and nasty when you're talking about boxing on these debates and panels and shit like that. But yet, time you get frustrated, you start dropping obscenities everywhere. You start saying the same shit we heard. You ask any black man that's old enough, he done heard nigga, he done heard bitch ass nigga, he done heard hoe, he done heard all that. Just because you're saying it and you're yelling, it doesn't hurt them anymore. Bitch ass nigga. I mean, just because you draw it out, we done heard the shit. We've heard it, man. So you got to come with something different. You got to come for something different, man. You know what I'm saying? Talking about, suck my D and all that. Y'all got to come with something different. Saying a female, you notice how none of these dudes, like back in the day, not to give you a back in the day story, we used to talk about somebody's female. At least I did. You usually talk about their female, but you don't talk about a male doing female shit. You talk about their female doing that female shit. If it's fellatio, you talking about your girl. You know what I'm saying? They girl doing it. You know what I'm saying? This, that, and the other. But how your girl look, vice how they girl look. These niggas don't do that no more. They don't talk about it. They try to come up here and talk about, oh man, that's just wrong. You disrespect. But so telling another man, inviting them, giving them a Hallmark pass via social media fellatio is okay. Why you ain't talking about this girl? For real, talk about this chick, man. Back in the day, I said, man, that's why your girl suck my dick. We say a little shit like that, but niggas today are talking about, oh, that's played out. Okay, what's played in? No, man, you just tell the dude to do that. What? Nigga, what? In my little John, what? This nigga said what? Me telling your girl to suck my dick done played out, huh? Oh, okay. All right, got it. Got it, brother. Hey, shout out to NYT. I don't know, man. I can't speak for another man. Like I said, I don't have no problem with him. You know what I'm saying? He does have some interviews. He does have the exclusives with Zab Judah. Shout out to Zab Judah. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, you have interaction with these cats in person. And it's just how the respect goes. You can't maintain a long-term friendship with everyone you meet. But I know I met Zab on the street over there before, and he gave me an interview. Real talk, when he was there with his homies. Like, it was a lot of people. Swaggy P out there, freaking Gilly, all of them. It was some other cats that was out there. And Zab took the time to give me an interview, and it was dark outside. You know what I'm saying? And he came down here, he was cool people. You know what I'm saying? I respect. He got exclusive with Zab, be riding around on. That's good shit, bro. But that freaking prophet Schofield, dude, he was going there lighting shit on fire like they was filming Marvel Comic 5. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. He had the room ablaze, dude. But that's only gonna run your views up, man. Good shit. That's only gonna run your views up. Good shit. I ain't gonna lie. He said Mill City wanted to be Oscar. Now you got to be a whole lot more crazy to do that. Shout out to the Oracle himself, Trick No T in the building. What's good with the Trick? You know what I'm saying? Hopefully your Thanksgiving was well. Y'all ate up. You know what I'm saying? To those of you that ate, you know what I'm saying, Frosted Flakes or Fruit Loops or Sugar Smacks for Thanksgiving. Hey, I've been there. You know, ramen noodles, the beef flavor. I've been there. I've been there, yo. It'll get better, man. It'll get better. Not every Thanksgiving you can. Sometimes you're gonna, you know, you're not gonna be able to eat that healthy, hearty meal. I ain't gonna lie, man. There's been plenty of times where I didn't enjoy Thanksgiving. I was in the field. I was in the field. I was in places where I ain't have no family. It's different going over other people's house for Thanksgiving because it's not guaranteed that they know how to fucking cook based off what you grew up off of. I'm just being honest, man. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to, I'm like, I don't want to ask who made the potato salad. When I see raisins in that mug. Hey, just a quick question. The doctor just gave me a new list of all my allergies and everything, and raisins is one. Who made this potato salad? Oh man, great. It looks wonderful, but I just won't have any on my plate because the doctor gave me my allergy list right here, and raisins is one of them. Raisins is one of them. I'm gonna have to pass on that. And then eating food with hardly any season, yeah, that's an allergy for me. I'm gonna have to pass on that. Yeah, can't do it. Have to have some goddamn season on that. The scene still go on. Oh, I have no idea. I have no idea. Probably not if you call them auntie. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Latch Puma Skills in the building, man. Salute to y'all, man. Happy Thanksgiving, brother. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully all is well with you and the family on that day and y'all ate well. I'm seeing your son probably sitting at about 185 right now if he really had some Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying? He walking around there like that. I feel filled out. I want to go to LA Fitness today. Shit. You know what I'm saying? I got all the carbs I need, mashed potatoes, rice, goddamn that home cooked dressing, you know, sweet potatoes. Shit. You liable to have like 10 carbs, you know what I'm saying, for Thanksgiving here in the South. Shit. It was one point in time though where I would go to the gym after I finished eating Thanksgiving. I mean, not go to the gym. I would go on a run. That's when I was much younger though. BID. Back in the day. You know what I'm saying? But now, shit. Nigga damn near be on a stretcher with an IV in his arm. Flush it out. Shout out to the Queen Jessica in the building. Happy Thanksgiving to you and your fam. Hope it all went well. Now, let me ask you something, Jessica. Did you cook for Thanksgiving or did you go with family? Did you cook? Are you one to lay out the spread? Do you cook for the family or not? Didn't say anything about the video that came out about senior. What video y'all talking about? He has a domestic violence video or what? Let me see what y'all talking about. Let me go up here and because look, I look at it this way. Y'all talking about a person's business, domestic violence, which happens all the time. What did WCS say about domestic violence in boxing? It's always gonna happen, right? I know he's not a boxer, but I'm saying you have some people from all walks of life, man. For real. You have some people from all walks of life. Let me see if I can see this video right quick. Let me see. Floyd's. Let me see if I can pull it up. What video y'all talking about, man? What video? I'm just curious. Because it's really something like everybody has some type of past, you know? Everybody. What? Let me go to the end. At the time he did the interview with Mills, the vid didn't get leaked yet. What vid, bro? And and what does that have to do with this though? Like, what vid? Drop the link in the chat, please. How do people expect fighters to be the most humane? I don't understand it. Your favorite fighter is not your favorite because they are the most nurturing. Man, talk that fire, man. Sad but true, but come on, man. Man, talk that fire, bro. Come on, man. They don't want no nurturing fighter. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's whole ass shit right there. You dropping domestic violence when a lot of you cats are always talking about whooping somebody's ass. So domestic violence shit is straight when you beat up a female or something. When you get into it with a female or something. I'm telling you, man, that's some whole ass shit, bro. Serious. Hold on for a second. I don't see it. Y'all have to drop the link. I don't see it, man. Let me see. What is that supposed to do with boxing? Real talk, like, hold on for a second. I love how people say leaked. Look, I just watched it. This is my take. I don't get down like that. Look, even if it to the niggas that I done got into it with on here, I wouldn't post no shit like that. What is that saying? Man, I grew up seeing that happen in the streets. It's people that those cats on here that glorify that type of behavior in the movies. Yeah, it's a bad look for him. But what are you trying to do? Why is that such some? Why would you take something from somebody and leak it? That's hoism right there. Real talk, that's bitch ass shit right there. What is that supposed to do with boxing though? Somebody who invited you in the home, that's stupid. To release something, CT closed circuit television footage of him going at it in a personal matter. Yes, a fucked up situation. Yes, fucked up look. No doubt. But what does it got to do with his son though? Did his son cuss you out? Why leak some shit like that? I'm just saying, why? What's the purpose of leaking that? Is it gonna make you feel better? Is it all about controversy? So how much looks? How much did it cost? You know what I'm saying? How much money did you earn off that? Oh, I'm gonna go put this out about you. Forget you and your family. I'm gonna put this out about you putting hands on a female. Yes, a bad look. Did you check and see if he got help from it? I mean, anything? Did you call the police? Yeah, it's a fucked up look. Yeah, it's a fucked up look. But how do we know what's going on in everyone else's home? Seriously. Didn't that nigga get locked up? So what's the difference? Like, you have niggas on here that's sitting up here congratulating each other, right? They want to be more associated with niggas that got locked up, right? Like that's supposed to be a prerequisite for you to be accepted. It's you to be let into the inner circle. Hey man, how much time you do? The same nigga that's putting this shit out, he even went online. He has a video out there that's talking about when he was locked up and when he had to go through with his girl and all that. Man, like I said before, man, I'm talking about that's bitch assness right there, bro. Nobody's gonna bring that up. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's gonna bring that up. He put that out there and said himself a situation he had back in the day. So what is that supposed to do for life though? What does it have to do with boxing? It's a lot of shit that we've done that if someone else is not personally connected to us, they're gonna look at it as bad. But somebody in their own home with camera footage and you put it out there, why? Like where's this trying to go? What is it going to do for you? And you've been on record saying you was already incarcerated for some shit and what went on in your freaking life with your girl and stuff like that. I mean, it's stupid, bro. Hurt people, man. And bitch ass niggas do bitch shit. Real talk. Straight like that. Straight like that. Straight like that. Straight like that. Somebody invites you in your motherfucking house, and then all of a sudden y'all have a falling out, and you basically been into a situation where you was locked up and shit that was going bad in your life, but yet you come around and they're trying to make a fight and you put a video out. I mean, what is that supposed to do, man? You supposed to say, okay, I'm that nigga. I'm gonna goddamn put you on blast. I'm gonna expose you. I don't agree with you. Agree with it. I don't know Schofield like that. I just don't agree with that shit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, whatever, man. Whatever. It is what it is, man. At the end of the day, you know. People are gonna look at him and they're gonna say what they say. It's not up to me to go around here and defend that. I don't defend domestic violence. I don't defend what he was doing to her. I don't know him like that. I don't know her. I don't defend that, nor do I advocate and brush it off like it ain't shit. It was fucked up at the end of the day, especially if your kid was on deck too. But we all know, especially the ones that come from the South, when your parents was in it with one another, I mean, if you weren't big enough to break it up, you couldn't do shit. That doesn't mean you accepted it. But I don't agree. I don't know what that's coming. I don't know the extent of the whole story. I'll put it that way. I don't know why he put it out. I don't know the extent of the story. I don't know if it was something going on behind the scenes. None of that. That's why I don't do lives like that all the time, because this is just turned into a trash bag where everybody throw their dirty diapers in that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Then hook it up to the freaking septic tank, get all the waste out of it. You know, throw old dirty rags from cleaning up all the damn scum and grime. Everybody's all about gossip, trying to find some personal shit, dogging motherfuckers out, trying to ruin people's lives and shit. Yes, it's fucked up. No doubt, it's fucked up. No doubt about it, it's fucked up. Man, it's plenty of people beef with each other, right? It's plenty of people beef with each other. But that right there, putting it out to the general public, affects the family. And I know a lot of people say, well, what does it have to do with the family when you're up here doing that in front of, or your kid is somewhere? I get it. Like I said, I'm not gonna go in depth, man. That's what it is. You know, that's why you don't get real close with some of these cats. You got to really gauge who you spend all that time, because if they do shit like that, they'll do it to anybody. Period. They'll do it to anybody. But hey, y'all hold it down, man. Shout out to the hottest chat in the MF and game. A-Side Official. Till next time, peace. I'm out.